Yo, 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 what's good, man? It's your boy Derek Branch here of Sunday Discussions on Strike7Sports.com. And today, live, I'm going live a little late. Today came in, had to go out take care of some stuff, but I'm back. The stream was supposed to start at 2:35, but it got pushed back, so I go out and get something to eat. Back now, I'm back, and here we go. But today we're going to talk about some NFL free agency talk with the concerning the New Orleans Saints. A lot has went down these past couple of days with the Saints. Things such as free agency moves. Well, not free agency moves, but players getting released, contract restructured, quarterback buzz. Jameis Winston. Who should it be? Drew Brees. Is Drew Brees coming back? Russell Wilson discussion. There's all a bunch of stuff going down, man. But I'm gonna just break it all down to you. I'm gonna go over a few articles that I came across that involve the Saints. Hold on, give me a second. Excuse me. A few articles that went down with the Saints, and then I'll be back. Y'all talking about that and all that, and break it down and how I feel about the moves going forward. But a lot going on right now. Tomorrow, I believe, is the day that they could teams could start tampering with players and negotiation is official. They couldn't do that last week, but this week they can do that now. And tomorrow is the day they can start tampering, and I believe it's the 17th is the start of the new year, and that's where players can sign contracts, bring them back to their original team. Team can decide to match it or decide to just let them walk and just join another team, sign the contract. But I'm looking forward to seeing what the Saints got up their sleeves with when it comes to free agency. Things they always do things out of the ordinary. When you think they don't have any money, they go out and max the credit card out and find sign players. But I'm gonna start off with this article I have from SaintsWire.com, and that's they start off with I think Emmanuel Sanders was the first to be released. Emmanuel Sanders, and Quan Alexander were the first two players to I think start off the week to be released. At his age, he was 33. Saints really, I mean, I think he could have gotten a lot more out of Emmanuel Sanders if we had a healthy Drew Brees to work with throughout the season. We didn't have that, so that's what happens. When we have a whole quarterback and the wide receiver that you brought in to help out didn't really had the impact that you thought he was going to have, and that was because Drew Brees was injured. Emmanuel Sanders got released from the Saints. I felt like even if you did sign him, I felt like Emmanuel Sanders was going to be a 1-year rental. That he would come back after didn't think he would come back after this season. Even if we had won the Super Bowl, Sanders would have retired if needed be if Saints had won the Super Bowl. But I think he's gonna keep playing till he gets that second ring. So they released Emmanuel Sanders this week. Who else? Quan Alexander was released. I told y'all before in the previous live stream, previous videos, there was just no way that Quan Alexander was gonna come back on his salary at $14 million. So that saved the Saints up with some cap space. But it leaves a big hole on the defensive side of the football with losing Quan Alexander. You saw the difference in how the defense performed as a whole unit when you got another good linebacker that was opposite that played alongside Demario Davis. What's his name? Alex Anzalone. He took Alex Anzalone's spot. Alex Anzalone's spot. He came in. He got traded. They traded him to. He got traded to the Saints. Came in and just took the spot from him like that. Like first day in the building, this spot was gone, man. Thor lost the spot. You know what I'm saying? It was Quan's the guy, but with that injury, pretty much was his he was done after that. If they could bring him, they could still bring him back at a cheaper price. So it's not all hope ain't lost with that. You know what I'm saying? But even if you do, the Saints still need to draft a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yeah, they still need to draft a linebacker. So that's a big hole right there. But we still got a chat right here. Brandon, I hope we still have a chance to get Wilson. In regards to that, man, I wouldn't get my hopes up about that. I won't put them going out and getting Russell Wilson, but I wouldn't get my hopes on it. My hopes up on drafting not drafting, but trade for Russell Wilson, man. Just as you can see, man, it's going to be costly, for the Saints to acquire Wilson, man. They're going to want a lot. Seattle's going to want a lot, and I do believe Wilson will be traded real soon, based on what has been going on in Seattle. When you say things like that, it's hard to take back. You know what I'm saying? You call your team out in public like that. It's just that sends a message to the team, and maybe I don't know if Seattle actually values Russell Wilson like the rest of the league does. But I'm just looking at this. Be prepared for the team to re-sign Jameis Winston to a new deal. He will be the Saints, in my opinion, the Saints' new starting quarterback for the 2021 season. Just prepare yourself for it. They're not gonna go out and get Deshaun Watson. They're not gonna trade for what's his name, or Russell Wilson. It's gonna be Jameis Winston. He's gonna be the starter. Taysom Hill is a backup. Now they may draft a QB in the draft this year, or sign a veteran, but Taysom or Jameis Winston is going to be a guy for the Saints starting quarterback. And also we got what else you got? It's down to the Saints and the Bears for Wilson. Yes, it is. And I think the Bears are going to be in the front runner to take him. I think they're going to be in the lead, man. The Saints, it's just going to be too costly for the Saints to do, man. It's just in my opinion. I'm not underestimating Loomis. Is just off from what I see, sort of from what I'm observing with the situation. Man, the Saints never really came out and said that they're gonna offer a package for him. There's no reports of it, no rumors of it. And with the Bears, is just you hear, and the Bears gonna make Seattle an offer that they can't refuse. The Bears gonna do this, they're gonna do that. You're not hearing that with the Saints, But anyways, man, thanks for sharing those thoughts, though. But I think it's going to be Jameis Winston, man, as a starting quarterback. And the Saints also reached an agreement with Washington, so that's a good move. Good running back, quality backup running back, plays pretty good on special teams. You've seen Dwayne Washington play good in certain spots on the team. It's going to be that's a good move right there for bringing him back. It's a cheap deal. Didn't cost much, so he didn't really have it. I mean, Washington probably really didn't even have a market out there, And I think if he had to go to another team, he'd be a feature back. I think he would be 1,000-yard rushing, 1,200-yard rushing, man, at the most. if he had to go somewhere else and play. But I'm glad the Saints were able to bring back Dwayne Washington, keep him on our roster, keep him stashed away from other teams that could, see his potential and try to take him away. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad he's with us as going forward. Now, I believe Andrus Peat restructured his deal. Malcolm Jenkins restructured his deal. So that saves up some money in cap space. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if I think if Tyron Armstead was included in that convoy as well. But I know it was Malcolm Jenkins and Andrus Peat restructured their deals. Also, what happened this week was the Saints got their compensatory draft picks for the Teddy Bridgewater signing for Carolina, for Teddy Bridgewater going to Carolina, and Terry Fontenot taking the job with the Carolina Panthers. So the incentive now is for teams that are a minority in those, a black person, or African American, or anybody of color into those positions, those key positions on the team. You can get a compensatory pick. So the Saints got one, and I'm going to read it out to you here from Saints Wire. So here we go. Finally, the New Orleans Saints have caught the white whale. The NFL announced its list of 2021 compensatory draft picks on Wednesday, including the first comp picks the Saints will have received in the Sean Payton era. New Orleans' typically aggressive approach to free agency has kept them from elbowing into the comp pick formula since Payton was hired as head coach, but a more tempered strategy in 2020 has paid off. Teddy Bridgewater left the Saints last summer for a big contract with the Carolina Panthers, which qualified for a third-round pick in this year's draft, 98 overall. Saints also benefited from the league's new minority hiring incentives policy, which regards them for developing Terry Fontenot into the eventual Atlanta Falcons general manager by bringing a pair of third rounds to New Orleans in 2021, 105 overall, and 2022 to be determined. Additionally, the Saints receive another comp pick for losing A.J. Klein to the Buffalo Bills, a six-rounder, 217 overall, pick 217 overall. They need the help. The Saints were without a third-round pick after trading it last year to help acquire Zach Bond. That fifth rounds are expected to convey in the trade for Quan Alexander, while a sixth-round pick was traded to land Tommy Stevens. And the NFL forced New Orleans to forfeit a seven-rounder due to COVID-19 protocol violations. Getting these additional at-bat opportunities is key for bringing in more young talent on an affordable rookie contracts. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Yeah, so they bring in they have 2 third-round picks, another 6th-round pick. They have a first-round pick and a second-round pick. No 7 this year. And but they got a 6. They getting this there's a 7th-round pick. Hold on, let me see. But that's 6th rounder though. But so the thing is, you gotta watch out for this the COVID-19 violation, the latest one with that involved Alvin Kamara. Now the Saints are probably gonna get fined for that pick, fined for that violation, a big fine, and one of those comp picks are gonna be taken away. I just hope it's the 6th-round pick. This don't mess with. I mean, they take the third, but we got 2 third-round. We got 2 third-round picks. Hold on for a second. I just got breaking news. All right. Yeah, Aaron Jones resigned with the Packers. But anyway, Aaron Jones just resigned with Green Bay. So it's about to kick off. But the Saints gonna lose hopefully all those comp picks for what they did with COVID-19 violation. Hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully, if they can, we can find the Saints heavily, find them hard, and take that 6th round pick. Don't mess with the 1st round pick. Don't mess with the 2nd. I mean, you take the. I mean, I hope that they don't take the 3rd round picks and the 3rd round comp pick. I would prefer they take the 6th one, the 6th round pick, comp pick, and don't mess with the other picks in the draft. But those picks are gonna mean something, man. They're gonna be worth something with the Saints, man, because the Saints have shown they can find talent in the later rounds of the draft. You know what I'm saying? They've shown they can do that. Throughout undrafted talent, players from the CFL. We saw with David and Yamada. They, first rounders, second rounders, they know how to find talent, man. Anyway, so those picks are gonna come into play. I'm just looking forward to seeing where they're gonna use them at. What positions they're gonna address with that pick. Are they gonna use it on a quarterback they may like in that pick with that and those later rounds with those comp picks? Use it on a wide receiver, a tight end. Who knows, bro? I'm just looking forward to seeing what they do with that pick, those picks. But the next topic we're gonna talk about is so here it is, man. My bad. The picks are this. They got a 1st round pick, they got a 2nd round pick, they got 2 compensatory picks, a 4th round pick, and a 6th round pick. So all the other they got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 6 picks in the draft. 6 picks, man. That's not bad. But one of those picks are gonna be lost. I just hope they just take that 6th round pick. We'll be all right. We'll be fine without that one. But on to the next news and notes. The next news and notes, and that's they released Saints also released Malcolm Brown. Now, this is a move that I hope they didn't make. I hope they could have came to some type of agreement and get it, come to agreement and have him restructure his deal. But the Saints just felt like they wanted to move on. The report came down on a Friday that the Saints intended from per Josina Anderson, the Saints intended to terminate the contract of starting nose tackle Malcolm Brown, and the deal, the release will save about nearly $5 million against the salary cap. This was entirely unexpected. Bam. See, it was unexpected. I didn't want to do it. Brown's name popped up in trade talks recently, but between teams overvaluing their draft picks and under having good run defenders like Brown, it's probably difficult for the Saints to cut a deal. Still, it's a tougher loss than it appears on the surface. Brown was a force in the middle of the Saints' defensive line, and the unit notably stepped back when he wasn't available against the Philadelphia Eagles, snapping their 55-game streak of games played without allowing 100-yard rushing. It won't be easy to replace him, and the problem is compounded with a veteran defensive tackle. Sheldon Rankins leaves for free agency. So there you have it. Move saved up about $5 million in salary cap space, but that is a tough loss for the Saints. However, they must have a plan in place for it. They gotta have a plan in place for that, because stopping the run is important, man. Stopping the run, the Saints were proficient at that for a while, and that was weird because they had good nose tackles like Malcolm Brown, tackles like Sheldon Rankins, David Oyemade. They worked all together as one unit. And if you lose, you're ready to release Malcolm Brown. If you lose Sheldon Rankins, he decides to go, you can be in a world of hurt. So that's another need in the draft that they may have to pursue, or in free agency, a cheap option. Whoever is the best, well, Now I won't say the best because the best nose tackle that's probably going to be available is going to command top dollar. So if they can go, they can find somebody that's within reason, within budget, sign him, that'd be great. But replacing Malcolm Brown is going to be tough. It's going to be tough, tough to replace. Defenses, offensives notice that. And if they can run on the Saints and pass on them on the secondary, it's going to be a long year for that defense if they don't get those positions addressed. So the next next release was, I think it was right after it. Well, before it was the release of Janoris Jenkins. That was a tough one. That was a tough one as well. I wish the same as Malcolm Brown. I wish that they could have kept Janoris Jenkins, sign him, restructure his deal, come back on a cheaper deal because he had another one of those big deals similar to Quan Alexander where they I think he was going to count against, like, he was coming back. It's going to be $13 million cap hit if he came back. But I'm going to just read the report right here. The hits keep coming for the New Orleans Saints, with multiple reports breaking news on Thursday of the termination of their contract with cornerback Janoris Jenkins. New Orleans top football Dick Underhill suggested a release could be coming, which was confirmed by ESPN's Adam Schefter, NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. The move saves New Orleans $7 million against the salary cap. And this one hits differently from the team's previous cap cuts. Jenkins was the team's most consistent cornerback last season, sometimes outplaying number one. New Orleans outplaying number one cover corner Marshawn Lattimore. When the youngster's effort flagged against the lesser competition, he came away with 12 pass deflections, 3 interceptions, as well as 55 combined tackles, 44 solo, 2 for loss in 13 games with the Saints. Jenkins was owed $10 million base salary this year that could have been converted into a signing bonus to save cap room. But his age, 32, and the volatility of the position made the option undesirable. It's also possible he was reluctant to take a pay cut, instead preferred to test free agency. This is a big loss. Jenkins' departure puts veteran backup Patrick Robinson in the spot to replace him, unless Robinson is also a cap casualty, in which case the Saints would have to ask someone like Graham Haley or Keith Washington to make the jump from the practice squad to covering Chris Godwin and Calvin Ridley each week. So that's a big move, man. That's huge right there, man. Yeah, John Woods, what's up? Janoris Jenkins is a big loss. Yes, that is a big loss, man. That I see like this in the draft. I mean, I think if they go cornerback in the first round, you go cornerback or linebacker in that. Cornerback or linebacker or defensive tackle in that first round, I'll be fine. I'll be fine either way with those picks. Janoris Jenkins is gonna hurt. The Saints don't really have that much opposite of Marshawn Lattimore on the other side of the field. You lose there's a chance you could bring out PJ Williams. I know y'all don't want to see that. PJ Williams, Ken Crawley, all them guys, you don't want to see that, man. You want Patrick Robinson is a pretty good corner. He can play good on the outside. He's a good slot guy, but he's at the age of 33, man. He's getting up there in age. So you gotta have to go a corner. I think you have to look at a corner, getting a cornerback in the first round of the draft, man. But I think once they get the deal done with Jameis Winston, then the news, they could focus on signing these other players, looking at scouting and looking at other picks in the draft, what positions of need in the draft. And as soon as they get that deal done, you know what I'm saying? But this sucks though, because you have outside of you're gonna have Patrick Robinson, PJ Williams. I think PJ Williams is coming back. Patrick Robinson, PJ Williams, Grant Haley, who else? Ken Crawley. So that'd be tough, man. That'd be tough. That's a scary scene if you go in like that with and don't come in try to replace him. So they probably will go into the market, look at a corner they believe can help other team. But I hope they draft one. You know what I'm saying? So that's that with that situation. Hopefully, man, if they can, that's still a chance he could come back. Jenkins could come back. You know, it ain't the end of the world. Even if he gets a deal, he come in, and if nothing's better than with the deal the Saints offering, he can come back at a cheaper deal. He's gonna come back, in my opinion. I think he comes back. But I think after that, it was after the release of Jenkins, I believe it was Michael Thomas restructured his deal with the Saints. You structure his deal, save more cap space. So we'll just pull up the details right quick, man. Go ahead and smash that like button if you get a chance, man. I will appreciate it, you know. It never seemed like trade rumors for Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas were real. But anyway, this restructure, turning his base salary into a signing bonus, essentially makes clear he'll be on the team, according to Ian Rappaport. It's a race to 182.5 million. That is, the 182.5 million is the floor of what the tolerance is the floor that the Saints must be in tolerance with for the salary, the upcoming league salary cap number. Give or take a couple million. And the New Orleans Saints are well on their way to reaching salary cap compliance after restructuring contracts with several of their cornerstone players. They already moved some money around in deals with Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, as well as Will Lutz and David Onyemata. But now the bigger names are starting to get involved as the Saints make a final push ahead of free agency. Remember, these are not pay cuts. Players are getting a nice bonus check now instead of when they are expected in the fall. There are real long-term risks involved in structuring contracts for short-term cap relief. That hasn't stopped the Saints before, and it isn't slowing them down now. After issuing the franchise tag to pending free agent Marcus Williams, the ones have to work overtime to get back on track. Michael Thomas is a big restructure, reported by NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, lowering his salary, 2021 salary cap hit from $18.8 million, highest on the team, to about $10.1 million. The Saints did this by converting a large chunk of his $12.6 million base salary and his pre-existing bonuses, $200,000 workout bonus, and a lucrative $6 million from his initial signing bonus into a new signing bonus, which raises his future cap hits and gives him more job security. Considering that a rebuttal to the speculation that he could be traded or that there's bad blood between him and the team after a frustrating down year in 2020, this move ties him tighter to the team, meaning they won't be able to get out of his contract until at least 2023. So that's that. You save more money. So save more money. Who else? Who we got here, man? What up, Ice Man? What up, Ice Cream Man? 504. What's good, man? So save some more money. Hey, man, it is what it is. I'm glad Michael Thomas is coming back. I just can't wait for him to get back on the field and prove these guys. He's you got a lot of critics on social media. Just bashing Michael Thomas, man, calling this guy a slant boy and all that. I just can't wait for him to get back on the field and just like punk some of these defensive backs, man. Carlton Davis Jr., the guy with the fool with the Falcons, Carolina's DBs, man. I just can't wait because calling him slant boy and these nicknames, all that. But we're gonna see another different game of another different type of game from Michael Thomas. That he doesn't have Drew Brees throwing him the same type of plays. So man, maybe we can find out if he's a burner. He could be more of a deep threat with a quarterback that's a better arm, you know. But let me see here. We got these comments right here. Let me see. Mike Thomas is not going anywhere. I don't get out people like this guy, and I don't want him out. It's really sad, man. The players that care, they'll try to cancel them out. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my guy, they're gonna have to go back to their roots, get young cheap child from the draft, undrafted free agents, and free agency. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it might as well, man. They've done it a lot, man. They've done it forever. You know, some picks haven't worked out, and some have. So I would say the Saints' last 3 drafts has been pretty good. 2017 draft was pretty good. The 2018 draft was really good with Eric McCoy and CJ Gardner-Johnson and all the other guys that they picked up. That was a good draft. Carl Granderson was in part of that draft. And I think this draft is going to be pretty good once Zach Bond get situated, get acclimated to his role. They may use him as he might be used as a pass rusher, next season. But I think they're gonna be all right, man. The draft, man. Yeah, man. I don't know. Now Saints got to sign the young guys, probably extend Armstead. Yeah, that's the hope, man. Hopefully, it can extend Armstead, sign Marshawn Lattimore to a new deal. Hopefully, and sign Ryan Ramczyk to a new deal, man. Get all that out of the way, man. I mean, expect somebody. You can expect some things to happen by tomorrow, man. By tomorrow, you can find out more news because tomorrow is the day of when the teams could. It's not a starter free agency, but the teams could tamper with the players. They could negotiate deals and all. They could have intent of signing with a team. Like today, you just found out that Aaron Jones. So Aaron Jones not he's gonna sign a new deal with Green Bay for $48 million. But anyways, man, that's just what it is, man. Hopefully he could hopefully he can get those deals done, man. Look like Latavius Murray's thing. People thought he was gonna get released, man. People thought he was gonna get cut, man, but he's gonna get released. I don't think he's gonna get released unless somebody comes up with an offer to trade for him, and the Saints take it. But and I don't blame them if they did take it because Latavius Murray is a good running back, and it is sad that Sean Payton didn't utilize him enough in the game. But I'm glad he's still here, man. But anyways, y'all got any questions for me? Quick Q&A. Anything you want to ask? Any questions, man? Anything? Do y'all think what players? My question for y'all: what players do you think the Saints could bring in that's affordable, that will be within budget for the team to join the team this year during free agency? Just put it in the chat, boy, man. So what about what are y'all thoughts on Chris guys? Yeah, fine guys. That's true. What are your thoughts on Mac Jones as a quarterback? Do you think he'd be a good replacement for Drew Brees? Mac Jones? I think Mac Jones would be all right for the Saints, man. I think that would be a good pickup for the Saints if the Saints had to go that route at a quarterback. But I think if they sign Jameis Winston, I just think they're gonna go after a cornerback with that 28 overall pick. I don't know if it's gonna be Joe Horn's son or not, but Joe Horn, if y'all don't know, Joe Horn is he played for the Saints a while back. But 12, 15 years ago, he was a wide receiver for the Saints. That's pretty good. You got his son, J.C. Horn, who plays he was a cornerback at South Carolina. So that'd be great if the Saints could be able to select him. Yeah. Anybody got any more questions for me? Anything for agency related, Saints related? Q&A? All right, man. This is your boy Derek Branch of Strike7Sports.com. I'm logging off for the day. Thank you for tuning in. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on the Saints free agency move in the description box below. Also, check out Strike7Sports.com/Saints for latest content on the One Saints organization. I pretty much update that page of the site about 1 to 3 times a week. Some more content coming out on the site this week. So don't forget it, bookmark it. Do what you gotta do to remember the site. That's Strike7Sports.com/Saints. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.